You were. Never mind, I was going to say something, but I don't trust these microphones. I'm going to say we have new business, okay? I'm going to say. Yes, but that's besides the point. I'm still going to say what I'm going to say, but at least I'll put it up for you. Okay, wait. No, another minute. I guess we can get started, right? So welcome, everybody, to the special town board meeting of June 29th, 2021. On a roll call.
Councilman Dennis Troy.
Present.
Councilman Tom Devin.
Here.
Councilman Paul Valentine.
Here.
Councilman Jerry Vittori.
Here.
Supervisor Teresa Kennedy.
Here. And we'll do the Pledge of Allegiance. Mr. Valentine, will you lead us?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, so this meeting is going to be a little bit different. We are not going to have any public comment tonight, so we're just going to get right into the agenda items. Chief, do you want to take over here? I mean, do you want us to say it and vote on it, and then or you want to?
Actually, Brad, yeah, probably.
Maybe should we just go? Should we go through? Okay. Okay. So we have the first motion is to appoint Jason Vlez, police officer, probationary, permanent, effective June 30, 2021. Can I get a motion?
I'll make that.
Tom Devin. Dennis Troy, second.
Second.
Tom Devin, all in favor?
Aye.
You want us to just go through all of them, then you'll? Okay. Next motion is to appoint Devin Cherry, police officer, probationary, permanent, effective June 30th, 2021. Can I get a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Paul Valentine, second. Jerry Batari, all in favor?
Aye.
I have appointment Savannah Dooley to police officer, probationary, permanent, effective June 30, 2021.
Moved.
Second.
I'll second.
Dennis Troy, second. All in favor?
Aye.
And then I have appoint Anthony, Danielski, sorry if I mutilated your name, police officer, probationary, permanent, effective June 30th, 2021. Motion?
Move it.
And I'll second it.
Jerry moved. Paul seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Thanks, Supervisor. Town Board. Okay, I'd like to start by introducing each of the officers one at a time. They'll come up and be sworn in by Town Clerk Sfraga. So we'll first start with Police Officer Jason Vlez. He joined the Mount Vernon Police Department in January of 2018. He's an EMT and assigned to patrol and ESU. He has been recognized by the Mount Vernon Police Department for his community outreach efforts, and he is also a fluent Spanish speaker. He's a U.S. Navy veteran, Petty Officer 3rd Class. He was deployed to Iraq in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom 3, where he provided first-line medical services to Marines, coalition forces, and Iraqi civilians. He has an associate's degree in criminal justice from Monroe Community College, and also his mother-in-law is retired NYPD from the 5-2. I'd like to welcome Officer Vlez up. The whole family. So first, if you can, actually, you're going to stand here and you can face the town clerk. So over here, by yourself. The camera's over here. So you stand here. You want someone can hold the. Raise your right hand.
I, Jason Vlez. Do solemnly swear. That I will support the Constitution of the United States. And the Constitution of the State of New York. And that I will faithfully discharge the duties of police officer in the town of Orangetown. According to the best of my ability. So help me God.
Congratulations, and welcome to the board.
Police Officer Devin Sherry joined the Mount Vernon Police Department in 2015. He was initially assigned to their patrol division and is currently a New York State certified EMT and certified SWAT operator assigned to the Mount Vernon PD ESU A truck. He has training in high-risk criminal incidents, rescues, hazardous material response, mental health crises, and medical calls. We also want to welcome his brother Dylan, who is a Spring Valley police officer, and he joined us tonight as well. So, Officer Sherry, please come up. Come over this way a little bit, guys.
Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of police officer in the town of Orangetown, according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
He's got to put the badge on.
Police Officer Savannah Dooley joined the Mount Hope Police Department as a part-time officer in 2018 and transferred to the Port Jervis Police Department as a full-time officer the same year. She is a graduate of the Rockland County Police Academy, which she completed as a pre-employment recruit. She has prior experience as a police dispatcher with the town of Wallkill and the Village of Walden Police Departments. She has an associate's degree in criminal justice from Orange County Community College. And her father, Bob, or Skip, I was told tonight, who unfortunately is deceased, was a retired K-9 deputy with the Orange County Sheriff's Department. Officer Dooley, please come up. Congratulations.
They're getting younger and younger. Or I'm getting older and older.
Who's taking the pictures?
Who's taking pictures?
Police Officer Anthony,
I don't even know.
Police Officer Anthony Danielski joined the NYPD in 2015, where he was assigned to the 5-2 precinct. He transferred to the Middletown Police Department in 2019 and is assigned to the Patrol Division. He is a U.S. Army veteran and was a Signals Intelligence Analyst Sergeant. He had assignments in support of the 42nd Infantry Division, the Defense Intelligence Agency, and the 10th Mountain Division in Kuwait. Officer Danielski.
I, Anthony Danielski,
I, Anthony Danielski,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of police officer in the town of Orangetown,
of police officer in the town
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Get no workout tonight.
I want to thank everybody who came to celebrate with us tonight. We have just welcomed and congratulated these officers and their families on this special occasion. I also believe it is very important for everyone to understand the effort and support for these appointments that was expressed from each of the town board members and our PBA leadership. The pandemic has left law enforcement agencies throughout the region without certified hiring lists, but our town board and union leadership have actively supported us during this process as we work to fill vacancies with exceptional candidates. Our community should be proud of these leaders as well as our new officers. To conclude, we wish you all a healthy and fulfilling law enforcement career serving the Orangetown community. Thank you. And thank you.
Thanks, Chief. They want to take a break just to let them run? Okay. Okay, so we're just going to take a quick break to let the new officers go out and go in the hallway and congratulate them, and we'll be waiting here to do some business, so. Yeah, I know. So, okay, when we get here, can you vote in favor or yes? No. Okay, so we having a discussion or we're just voting? Because Tom is now voting no for the H&A.
I told you in that email.
saw Carol.
Phone's back on. Okay. Turn- Okay, so I think we're going to move on to item number 5, which is actually accept the resignation or retirement of Police Officer Joel Spolstra, effective July 9, 2021, with regret. Anyway, Jerry, sorry, move.
I'll second it. He's in North Carolina right now.
Tom, give me a second, all in favor?
Aye.
This is a reclassification for real property data collector, appointing Katrina Morrison to the real property appraiser assistant, effective June 30th, 2021. This was a PO 27. Can I get a motion? Dennis Troy, second.
I'll second.
Hold on, all in favor? Aye. Okay, number 7, selection of the preferred developer for the H&A Palisade Center. So before we vote, everyone knows, I think, that we went through a very thorough process. We hired outside counsel, we hired planners, we put a lot of time and energy and money actually into it. And I think the results were better than expected. We had 9 potential proposers. And I'm going to say that, 4 or 5 of them, we really had to make tough decisions to narrow it down to 3, but we did. And I think the last 3 were all incredible in their own right. But, it's not just do you want a hotel, it's not just do you want a movie studio, it's kind of the whole package. And we had some executive sessions with some of the developers, and they offered some insight. And in the end, it was not an easy decision. I've actually spoken to all 3 of the representatives from each one of them, to tell them where the board was at that point leaning, subject to them taking a turn along the way. But I think in the end, it's the right decision for the entire community. We received upwards of 50-plus emails, and, detail, well thought out, wasn't just like I like one. It was very much into why they liked one or why they liked 2, and, traffic and everything. It was actually very helpful. To me, it was very helpful to get that feedback. So, in the end, I think the town's making the right decision. It's still a process. The town's attorney, I was going to work with the developer that's chosen's attorney to come up with an agreement, and then to obviously work with H&A. So, it's not like tonight, there's a magic wand and they get the keys and everything's wonderful, but it's the beginning of the process. So far, I think the process has worked well. I think it's going to work well. And I'm excited and happy with the choice that we're about to make. So unless anybody else wants to add anything, we can, no?
I'll say I'm not going to vote for this tonight. Number 1 is better than number 3, but I think number 2 is the best for this town. I just don't see a hotel being viable in 5 years, 10 years down the line. We made the zone change in 2018 or 19 so that they could have the hotel there for H&A, and it didn't make a difference. I could be wrong, but I just don't think it's viable for the future of Orangetown. And I hope I'm wrong, because I hope you guys are right, but I just don't think it's the right selection for the town.
Okay, nobody else? There's no, we're not taking any public comment. We've had a lot of public comment, and I'm going to be honest with you, our attorney said that we've involved the community more than any he's ever seen a town ever do. So we've had public comment at meetings, we've had emails, we've had smaller group meetings. The town board's made a decision, and I think if you read the resolution, it's self-explanatory. Okay, so can I get a motion? Okay, Dennis Troy moves. Second?
I'll second it.
Paul Valentine, all in favor?
Aye.
No.
Oh, sorry. You said no. We do have new business to be put on. We have,
Yep.
Yes. Number one.
the resolution that's on the agenda, which is right out in the hallway. If you picked it up, it's right in the agenda. It's all there. Okay. Extremely detailed.
Just to be clear, none of this is final, because H&A can turn around tomorrow and sell it to someone else, and there's nothing we could do about it.
Or keep it.
Or keep it. So there's really nothing we can do. All we're doing is making a recommendation, and I gotta be honest, option number one and option number two were the best out of any that we've seen anywhere, and either one of them would have been great. It was just the board's decision that one was a little, they had more to offer to H&A, hoping that they'll take the bait. But H&A can turn around and say, you know what, I'm not selling, or I'm keeping the property, or I'm gonna sell it to option number two instead of option number one. There's really nothing we can do about it. So it's more of a recommendation than anything.
Or we could have done nothing and let it fall into wherever it fell. Okay, so we have new business. We have a resolution to approve an agreement between the town of Orangetown and the Orangetown Metro Sports Club relating to the replacement of Field 1 by Sprint Turf LLC at the Orangetown Soccer Complex. Does it, Rob, you want to?
Sure. As the board's aware, there's a use agreement between Orangetown Metro Sports Club and the town of Orangetown for the use of the fields, what's called the Orangetown Sports Complex. And without getting into too much detail regarding the agreement, there are requirements that the town has and that the sports club has in terms of obligations under the agreement. One of them is replacement of fields. The soccer club is asking, there's a turf field at Field 1, and they've indicated that that has outlasted its useful life, and they wish to replace it with another turf field. The use agreement does call for the town to replace fields. Our position is not with another turf field, but we've entered into this agreement with the understanding that we'll continue to discuss with them the use agreement, because there are some other changes that I think both sides are interested in making in the agreement. But for now, this basically will permit Orangetown Metro Sports Club to replace the field at their cost with a turf field. And there are some obligations that they still have with respect to the town, which have not been waived, but we're going to continue to speak. But this will basically allow them to replace the field, Field 1 now, and I think they want to do it in August. So this is, I don't want to say a temporary agreement. It's agreement for replacement of the field. They'll, pay for the cost to the extent that there's any liability on the town for the cost. It would be the difference, or basically the cost of a grass field. And again, OMSC has some obligations that we may be able to work it out, such that, again, the town has a field, players have a place to play, the sports club obviously gets, good use out of the fields there. So this is something that was worked on with Councilman Devin, Councilman Troy to a great extent. And we put it together in such a fashion that, I found it to be acceptable, and I have no problem with the town going ahead and looking at this tonight and approving it.
I'd like to move it. I want to thank our town attorney, Rob Magrino, for his help on this. It's not easy being in a room with a bunch of attorneys coming to an agreement, but we will continue to work on the overall use agreement in the next 2 months and come up with a reasonable conclusion. It's a thing, the town bought the Rockland Psychiatric property. One of the first things we did as a town, we did the soccer fields and we did the South Orangetown Little League fields. And it's been a great asset for the town and the administration of the, well, it used to be OMM, now it's the Orangetown Metro Sports Club. I can't catch up with that name, but it's a thing where they do a great job here for the people of the town. So I'm moving that, and that's on new business in order to enable them to get their contract done with the people who are going to replace the turf field. Thank you, Rob. Here's a second.
I'm going to vote yes, but we need to get that use agreement resolved. Mr. Troy, I don't care how many lawyers sit in the room, figure it out.
Wait,
I agree with
if you're in a room, then it's
I'm
one
gonna
vote.
I'm going to vote yes with the same caveat, because that should have been settled.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much. All right, so.
Okay,
all in
so-
favor, say yes.
Aye.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Motion to go into executive session to discuss, do we have it on the?
Coming back out to vote on anything?
We are not coming back out to vote on anything. To discuss the proposed acquisition, sale, lease of real property when publicity might affect value. Motion?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. I don't know. I think he moved it and seconded it.
The whole thing.
Oh, was there an adjournment? No. There is no adjournment.
pool is 92 degrees.
Oh, so we're going to knock them out, we can adjourn at the same time, yeah, okay. You got that, right? Rosanna? We move to go into executive session, knock them out and vote, and adjourn all at the same time.
2,000 gallon pool.